How's everybody doing today? We're doing great. Mupenda kuambia watu, when you say you're doing great, people look at you different, right? Wanasema, this person, what's going on with this person? But sema good, everybody's usually, good is, I say good is for average people. And from this crowd over here, all of you are above average. So that's why you're a great person. So angalia, the person next to you say, you are great. So my name is Samson Kimani. I'm a Remax real estate agent. First of all, I want to thank Bwana Alex for putting this forum together for us. Asante sana. Second, I want to thank Grace, your co-host, right? She was able to put me and add me on this platform, so I'm very, very grateful. The third person I want to give a shout out to, Hayuko Apa, but his name is Peter Gaido. Peter is the one that really sent me a text and told me there's a forum coming to Worcester, call, Grace and see how you can get, be registered and give some knowledge to people. And last but not least, I want to thank each and every one of you coming today. You have very busy schedule, so I want to thank you for being here. All right. So I've been selling real estate here in Massachusetts for about 12 to 13 years. I'm licensed in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And you might say there are a lot of buyers, from our community, Kenya, and other communities. And I've helped them buy, sell, invest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go very, very quickly. For those people, let's say you want to buy a property, right? I get this question all the time. Hey, I want to buy a property. What do I need? So the bank, a lot of times, they usually look at your income, your credit, and they also look at the debt that you have. We tell you this is what you need to do. The other good thing is we will stay in touch with you. Kama mimi, I usually stay in touch with my client. Hey, 2 months, 3 months, how you doing? Kila kitu inaendelea. Peter, you came to me, didn't qualify. This is the 3rd month. Everything inaendelea poa. Then you'll tell me, oh, maybe I'm stuck over here. What do I need to do? So we make sure we hold you by the hand until you buy that property. Okay? So for those who get approved right away, pretty much it's simple, right? You're working with a real estate agent. The real estate agent helps you to find the property. They help you to write the offer. They help to negotiate your offer. And we take you from writing the offer till closing. Now, I do have a team of people, lawyers, bankers, we have appraisers and stuff like that, who during this process, they'll be in the picture to, kuweka your deal together, right? Usually in Massachusetts, it takes probably 30 to maybe 45 days to close on a property. Let's say unajipanga unasema, I want to buy a property today. I tell you, all right, this process might go quickly or it might go slow depending with, the properties coming on the market, but also your pace. You're looking to buy a property, but every time I call you, you're nowhere to be found. So it could prolong. But once you get pre-approved, really is to go. Now, there's different types of pre-approvals. Loans. Some loans you can put 3% down, others 3.5% down, others 5%. If you want to put 20%, that's great. One of the things that in the past, these clients that came to me, right? Wakenya tunaongea tu, they thought that all this time they need to have 20% to buy a property. And once we had the conversation, no, there's different type of loans. If you have 20%, that's okay. So think about it. Let's say unanunua nyumba ya 600,000. 20% is 120,000, right? So some people have the ability to do that, but most of the people that came across, they don't have the 20%. The great thing is you may have the 3%, 3.5%, or 5% down, so we get you in. So there's usually process is you want to have like the down payment money, and you want to have the closing cost money. Some people ask me, what's the difference? Down payment, you're really telling the bank wants you to have skin in the game. In other words, bank inasema, all right, You're buying this house, let's say for 100,000. Here in Massachusetts, I couldn't actually 100,000. But I just like to make it very, very simple, just for people to understand, right? 100,000. Banking, the bank says you'll need to put 5% down, right? So that's 5,000. Lakini bank will finance you for 95,000, right? So that 5,000 is what we call the down payment. So the bank wants you to have some skin in the game, okay? Now, the closing cost, that's the fee that tunalipa to do the business, right? The bank is going to write the loan for you. We're going to need to have an attorney in the picture who will make sure the title deed is clean. So zingine mtu ananunua nyumba, they're like, man, I don't know if the deed if it's clean or not. So we make sure all those things are done. So the closing cost, that's like the fee. There's appraisal fee in there, there's insurance in there. Ukinunua nyumba, you have to put insurance. It has to be appraised. There's some towns, cities, you have to pay taxes, right? 3 months in advance. So that's what we call the closing cost. Again, this is not like a buyer seminar. Lakini, I just want to give you guys just quick nuggets, right? Of course, you can always see me, talk to me if you have any questions. Now, those are buyers. Some people over here, they already have homes. So sellers, when I say, okay, I want to sell my home, what is the process? The process is, number one, you want to hire a real estate professional, either myself, ama mtu mwingine, right? So the job of this person will come to your property, and it's free, I don't charge anything. I'll come to your property, I'll look at your property, and what's the condition of your property, and then I can advise you accordingly. Ndakuuliza some questions. Do you want to sell your property as is? That means if the roof is leaking, if the door is falling off, do you want to sell your property as is? Or do you want to fix some of these things to get top dollar? So I'm able to give you that advice. I'm able to run numbers. I do what we call market analysis for your property. I tell you, in your property's condition, this is what we will list it for to get our core market, right? Now, so that's easy. Now you have another seller, anasema, I was talking to one of my clients the other day. Alinipigia simu akaniambia, man, I want to sell my property. So what is akasema, my fear is I don't want to be kicked out of my house. In other words, we put my house on the market, and then we get offers, we get buyers, but Mimi, I haven't found a place to go. Nikamwambia, don't worry about it, because there's certain contingencies we use. Let's say you're a seller, you're looking to sell, and you're looking to buy at the same time. Meaning you're taking the proceeds from this property to put down for the property that you're buying. So we do have some contingencies in place that will cover you. Meaning, Peter, if somebody comes make an offer on your property, which your offer, we usually let them know this is subject to seller finding suitable housing. So in other words, you'll have a peace of mind. You'll know, if I don't find what I'm looking for, hey, this contract, we can discontinue. You know what I mean? So that person, once we had that conversation, akasema, Sam, I never knew anything about that. We were so worried, my wife and my kids will get kicked. They can be, no, we got you, brother. So there's these things that we can put in place, okay? So for him, we're selling his house, and we're taking those proceeds and moving to the house that is buying. All these things will happen at the same time. There's some of my clients over here, we've done that before, so it's pretty easy. And then as far as qualifying for a mortgage, if you're employed, it's it's kind of straightforward, right? We know you get your check every 2 weeks, every week. That's very straightforward for a banker. But for those people who are self-employed, that's where sometimes kuna challenges. Why? Because you can see on paper, the person is making a lot of money. Lakini akikuja kufile taxes, kuifinya, right? I'm in that category, right? Because we're self-employed, so we have to play by the rules over here. The rules are, if you don't claim expenses, then Uncle Sam will be digging in that pocket. So that being said, yeah, there's sometimes challenges if you're self-employed. However, we work with everybody. Come to us, tunakupatia the right information, then wanajua maybe the next 2 years, you may have to file your taxes a little bit different. And then last but not least, other people like to invest in real estate. I've helped a lot of clients invest in real estate, buying multifamilies. Currently, I have somebody who's actually looking to buy a building for assisted living, that could, to put clients in there. So that's commercial. We do some commercial. And so when it comes to investing, that's a different ballgame by itself, right? I just say I have my information. I'll pass around my folder. If you have any questions, you can definitely reach out.